Hello esteemed viewers, this is ERi-TV English news broadcast with your latest updates and insights on the world's most pressing issues. But first are the top stories for today. Contribution of photo exhibition at National Festival 2025. Training on Hepatitis B virus vaccination in the Northern Red Sea region. US and China extend a trade truce to avoid tariffs hike. And Australia to recognize Palestinian state in September. In your domestic reports, the photo, painting and sculpture exhibition displayed at the National Festival 2025 by the Ministry of Defense and other artists has been reported to make a significant contribution to preserving and transferring Eritrea's cultural and historical heritage. Noting that one photo has the power of 1,000 words, Major Fisahaye Taglai, acting head of promotion and information at the Ministry of Defense, said the exhibition includes 40 photographs, 23 paintings and 8 wooden sculptures. He emphasized that these works play an important role in conveying historical events and values. Major Fisahaye went on to say that the general content of the exhibition reflects the unity of the public and the members of the defense forces, the heroism of successive generations, construction of houses, water reservoir and social service institutions, as well as the culture and traditions of the Eritrean people, water and soil conservation and road renovation. Artist Fisahaye Zemikael, for his part, said that the painting exhibition presented by both veteran and emerging artists goes beyond entertainment, serving as an important tool in preserving history and culture. Visitors to the exhibition highlighted the significance of the display in preserving and transmitting the history, culture and identity of the Eritrean people. They also called for such exhibitions to be held regularly beyond confined to festivals. Going to Abet now, the Ministry of Health branch in the Northern Red Sea region organized a training program on Hepatitis B vaccination on 6 and 7 August for health practitioners from the subzones of Karura, Abet, Nafa and Adobha. Mr. Tedros Ihdago, head of the National Vaccination Program at the Ministry of Health, said that commendable efforts have been made to control diseases affecting children through coordinated vaccination programs. He also gave a detailed briefing on the National Hepatitis B vaccination program. Mr. Mikael Gebrat, head of the vaccination program at the Ministry of Health branch in the region, reminded the public, especially pregnant women infected with the virus, to take prescribed medication and undergo regular follow-up. He also called on parents to monitor the health and safety of their children and their surroundings. The participants, for their part, called for extensive awareness-raising campaigns, particularly in remote areas of the region, to ensure the successful implementation of the vaccination program. In other news, Mr. Barahi Kidane, a forestation expert at the Forestry and Wildlife Authority, indicated that an effective greening campaign is being carried out with strong community participation. Regarding the greening program undertaken by ministries, national associations and members of the defense forces, Mr. Barahi said that more than 1.1 million tree seedlings planted in areas stretching from Beleza to Marders Park are in good condition. Mr. Barahi went on to say that from 2021 to 2024, as part of water and soil conservation efforts, 435 hectares of terraces were constructed and 210 hectares renovated. 50% of the program was implemented by members of the defense forces, 25% by national associations and companies, 20% by the student summer work program, and 5% through community involvement. Regarding activities in 2025, Mr. Barahi noted that in the first 6 months of the year, 21 hectares of terraces and 5,162 water diversion schemes have been constructed and more than 70,000 tree seedlings have been planted. Dear viewers, stay tuned for your international reports and more after the short break. Welcome back. The US and China have extended their trade truce for another 90 days, just hours before the world's two biggest economies were set to raise tariffs on imports of each other's goods. On Monday, US President Donald Trump signed an executive order to keep the pause in place until the 10th of November, while Beijing also announced an extension. It means that the US will hold its levy on Chinese imports at 30%, while China will keep a 10% tariff on American goods. Washington had threatened trade taxes as high as 145% on Chinese products earlier this year, with Beijing hitting back with 125% duties on US shipments. The rates for both countries were scaled back after a round of trade talks held in Geneva in May. And today's final report: Australia will recognize a Palestinian state at the UN General Assembly in September, following similar moves by the UK, France and Canada. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has said. Albanese said Australia received commitments from the Palestinian Authority PA, including to demilitarize, hold general elections and continue to recognize Israel's right to exist. According to Prime Minister Albanese, a two-state solution is humanity's best hope to break the cycle of violence in the Middle East and to bring an end to the conflict, suffering and starvation in Gaza. As per reports, in total, more than 61,000 people have been killed as a result of Israel's military campaign since 2023. Dear viewers, that was it for today, but before we conclude, a recap of the top stories. Contribution of photo exhibition at National Festival 2025. Training on Hepatitis B virus vaccination in the northern Red Sea region. US and China extended trade truce to avoid tariffs hike. And Australia to recognize Palestinian state in September. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with more news and developments. But until then, have a good one.